Welcome everybody to the World Tour of Mon Skyblock 2 for the date of the 26th of September 2017. Right, I think we're going to start off with these World Tours, probably with the quest book. Be a good move. Let's go back to the Mon Skyblock. Now I think where we got up to since the last World Tour was around about the bronze machinery stage. We just got ahead on gold. So that was getting gold, getting the netherite casing. So we had done that. Then we moved on to the steel. Now, hadn't quite actually managed to do that at that stage. But within the World Tour, that we've progressed over the steel stage. And we've got past the smeltery stage also. And just really touching a little bit in the Britannia stage. Right, so where shall we start at? I suppose, let me see, going back, yeah, the steel. So, as you can see, we have the coal coke oven. Currently we're storing the creosote in portable tanks from, what is it called? Thermal expansion? Thermodynamics? One of the two. And we've got coal coke incoming. We've got basically we're making steel, but I've not got to the stage of actually automating such things. But yeah, with those bits of steel, we have made the crusher. The crusher is an integral part in a lot of things with progression. There is multiple either metal dusts or like dust from other things that you crush that can only be made with the immersive engineering crusher. So that has been essential to make, and we'll just park it right there. Currently, there's another thing. As I said, some metals you have to grind to get the dust from the metal to construct later machinery. So that was just me testing that. Now, moving on down. We've used the steel that we've made, and we have made several mechanical users and several mechanical miners, and what the hell? I didn't think... This is the washing station that we have here. Now, I wasn't expecting the radius for this item collected to be as large as it... Yeah, there we go. Dirty lapis. Alright. So, I suppose to go over the production chain as it was, we should really go back to... Ouch, ouch, ouch. Don't step on the end of Lily. We should go back to our cobble gen. We've piped that up with thermodynamics, obviously. Let's double check. Let's just turn that off for the meantime. I really should have some sort of limiter on the chest here to send a redstone signal, say, to the block breaker as it was, to basically throttle that. But the only really reason why I'm turning that off now is because the rest of the production chain won't keep up with that particular block breaker, due to the fact that the cobblestone that we're bringing in is going into a Tech Reborn electric furnace is not exactly the fastest thing that we could have used. Now, oh dear, we are currently a little bit short on rock grinders. I will have to place one of those in there soon. In fact, I think we'll just turn that off for the meantime. Okay, so basically the rock grinders will be used on the smooth stone, which goes into, I guess, drawn into this chest with the advanced item collectors, being piped over to this user here, being used on a crucible. Now crucibles, they're made with steel. So that was the one of the instances where you really need to get to the steel stage to progress further. With the washing of those gems that we were getting from the stone there. Why is that still moving? Redstone on. There we go. That should turn it off. So with the extra mechanical users, in a little bit of a loop here, with a water clay bucket, using the servos to filter the buckets so they just go around the mechanical users. One filling the bucket, one emptying the bucket into the crucible. Works like a charm. Works like very, very, very well. And we can just turn that off for now as well. Alright, so with that, we are now producing, well, basically gems. We can use them a little bit later on. Now, I believe very, very shortly, before we move too much ahead, we're going to be needing to get some storage, some sort of storage solution for the gems, as it were, because we are definitely making more apatite than anything else. Lapis is following very close behind, and also the dark gems. And I think the dark gems are used with silent gems? No, dark gems. I can't remember. Some sort of gem mod. Okay? But with that, we're then able to use the lapis lazuli for the floral fertilizer. This stuff. You need lapis to progress into the botanical thing. So, of course, we've made a nice little grass area just for planting flowers. The petal apothecary there. I'm not entirely sure whether we could actually automate that with a mechanical user. Might have to. Think I might look into that to see whether it is indeed possible. But currently, that's requiring steel. Now, with the item collectors, you may have seen this in my previous world. I've made up 2 mechanical users here, one placing the blaze block, and actually this is a mechanical miner, which will mine obsidian very, very nicely. We just have the blaze block there. It's currently sitting on another block of obsidian, which eventually will turn that into lava. We have a water source, and we have obsidian right there. I'm not sure if there is an actual way we can automate that, but it works. I'm not needing a huge amount of obsidian right now, but we could probably even make obsidian within a Tinkerer's Smeltery. Speaking of Tinkerer's Smeltery, here is mine. Now, with the Tinkerer's Smeltery, I found how I had it boggled. How was I going to get lava into a Tinkerer's Smeltery? And the best way to do that is use a Sky Resources Crucible. Because with those, handily enough, I've got some blaze powder on me. You can take the blaze powder bricks, of course, using the Crucible inserter from way back when. You place them in, they drop them into the Crucible. The Crucible then turns it straight into lava, and then you can use thermodynamics hardened fluid pipes. You can't use the really low tier fluid pipes because it will just melt them, and that you can feed into the tank, which is currently sitting behind there. So, having a smeltery, it's usually smelteries are very early game in most mod packs. Not so with Skyblock 2. Smelteries are almost mid game. Now with the smelteries, it gives us the advantage of having the first stages of ore doubling. Now, ore doubling means you kind of need ore. The way you get ore blocks is you place a block of smooth stone above a condenser. And with that, as a demonstration, we can take our iron alchemical ore dust, place that in there. This gives, well, basically it removes the requirement of using the alchemical tables to make the, I'm not really sure what the white liquid that we use to make the iron ingots, which will only give you one. Doing it this way will give you the actual blocks themselves, which of course you can take those blocks, place them in your Tinkerer's smeltery, boom, you got 2 ingots instead of 1. It's good stuff, really good. Alright, so pretty much that is where we're at right now, is just getting slightly into Botanica. We have the Pure Daisy. They're already crafted up so we can get into the Living Rock and that sort of side of things. Haven't quite moved more forward than that. Other things to report. During the live streams, I was challenged to make a house. So, as a lark, I made a small house. And while I was making the house, we had a little bit of a rush with actual Twitch subscribers. Now, all apologies to Genuine Parts. I was not aware that Kathleen, the mod pack creator of Galactic Science 2, was in fact my first ever Twitch subscriber. So, Kathleen pimped out Genuine Parts, but Genuine Parts gets the headlining placement of the Subs of Love. This is the Love Shack. I laughingly called it a fancy house by me, and it will be the place where the people who choose to subscribe to me on twitch.tv/Raetac, this is where their names are going to end up. I would like to do something along the same lines within Galactic Science 2, although I would prefer if I could do something maybe with open computers, but apparently open computers in Galactic Science 2 is a lot more further down the track of where I'm at with that particular mod pack. Alright, other news. Just remember, daylight savings will start this coming weekend. What is it going to mean for the actual start times is we in Australia, our clocks will go forward. Yeah, our clocks will go forward an hour. Everybody else on the other side of the world, their clocks will go back an hour. So the time shift will, it'll be like an extra two hours. Forward or back, I'm not entirely sure. But with the event calendar on the Twitch page, we should be able to work something out. Should. So if you're able to come along during the live streams during the week, well, great. If not, I do generally do live stream on Sundays on the, I suppose, more on the off hours. So there is a potential to catch up with me there. Of course, the VOD previous to this particular episode, I had a little bit of a headache leading into a migraine, and I had to cut that short. So the VOD link down in this description for this particular video will be of the stream before that. Do go back to twitch.tv/Raetac via those links. Check out some of the previous broadcasts. I may get around to, at some stage, actually organizing them better somewhat, but the VODs themselves aren't a permanent thing. So I'm probably not going to be looking at doing anything too permanent, but hell, come stop by, say hello, have a bit of a chat. We just kick back and try and do as much as I can in the couple of hours that I have free after my work day. Alright folks, well thanks all for joining me. If you, again, join me on twitch.tv/Raetac, or even go back to the past broadcasts there and check out some of the hours of content that are there. Alright folks, well I've been Raetac. This has been the World Tour of Modded Skyblock 2, and I'll see you next week.